11 years after 9/11, there is a generation of kids who frankly are just too young to remember that day, but they are old enough now to learn about it in school.
And our AJ Bidepor actually sat in with a class and shows us how one local teacher tried to explain it.
On September 11th, 2001, many bad things happened.
Kelly Powell explains 9/11 to these Racine first graders through a children's book. The Jefferson Lighthouse teacher admits it's hard to do that day justice when trying to break it down for 6- and 7-year-olds.
I think there's a balance between knowing that this was something very important in our nation's history, yet not scaring anyone.
Adding to the challenge, some students had never heard of the terrorist attacks.
When the Twin Towers fell.
Others already knew about them.
The whole first grade team informally talked to each other about, how did it go in your room? Some of the classrooms had done this earlier in the morning. And, how did it go? What did you do if someone did know something a lot?
Well, that is a very fine line. We don't want to sensationalize it, and we want to give it the respect that it deserves so that we don't forget. But you do have to be very careful at the depth of conversation that you get in with these age kids.
After finishing the book, Powell had the kids color their own Uncle Sam-style hats, but she also wanted to show them an actual photo from 9/11. Something with which she struggled.
There's black smoke coming out, and then there is a plane approaching the second one. There's not a lot of, in this picture you don't see a lot of fire, you don't see, to me it doesn't represent as scary as it was that day.
Powell hopes her lesson helped kids fill in the blanks without causing any bad dreams.
You don't want anyone in the classroom to be afraid or frightened.
Well, the principal says she let teachers decide on their own how to handle 9/11, with older students going a little more in depth. Powell says each year it seems like her first graders as a whole know a little less about 9/11 than the class before. Ted, Ann?
AJ, very interesting story idea today. Thank you. Well, from learning to remembering those killed in the attack.